Oh, hello. Nice to see everybody. Welcome back to the stream. It has been a while, but today we're going to be redesigning more classic cartoon characters. We're going to be doing the Popeye guys this time, the Popeye cast. This is Popeye, for those who don't know. So far, this is just normal Popeye. There's nothing different about this. Like, I gave Popeye, like, a thicker neck, and it looked really nice. I thought he looked cooler with a thicker neck. I don't know, I think it fits more of his, like, whole shtick, you know, the tough guy thing he's got going on. Oh yeah, the Mario movie's coming out, or it's already out. I'm very excited. I'm gonna see it tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'm gonna see it on Tuesday. I'm hearing people all over Twitter like rip on it though. Has anyone here seen it? I have. It's really good, says M. Really. I'm so excited to see it. People on Twitter have been ripping on it, going around saying stuff like, oh, it's so lame, it's so boring, it's like, and stuff like that. I'm like, it's not that I don't agree, because like the first Mario movie kind of was, the first Mario movie, it definitely had its audience. It could have been better. It could have been a lot better. I thought maybe my standards were too high. I don't know. What if I gave Popeye a more... What if I did this? You know what? Wait. I'm sorry. I'll talk about Mario in a sec. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the Mario movie. The Mario movie. I've been seeing people on Twitter talk about just that it's not a good movie, and I'm all like, to an extent I get it, but also... The first Mario movie kind of set up the standard of what I expected from this, I guess, upcoming franchise of Mario films. Like, for example, like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, that movie was not scary at all. And I was kind of disappointed after watching it. I don't know, then I watched the second movie and it's like, it's pretty much just the exact same situation as the first one. Five Nights at Freddy's could have been so good. Could have been great. I saw someone online do like their take of the Mario movie, and it was like really, really good. And then I'm over here like, why didn't they go this direction? Cartoon Cat. To be honest, the Mario movie, it did have Daisy in the end. Spoiler alert. Well, I didn't know that, but I guess you just told. I'm just kidding. I kind of did know that. I saw it on Twitter. Wait, no, but that, okay, Daisy for the Mario movie. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. That whole, girl boss personality, they gave that to Peach in the first Mario movie, and at first I didn't think about it too much. But then they showed off Daisy, and I'm like, wait a minute. The personality movie Peach has is the personality that Daisy has. So what are they gonna do there? Is Daisy gonna just be an exact copy of Peach in the Mario movie series? Is she gonna have a new personality entirely? Because they can't have two characters that act exactly the same, because then at that point people aren't gonna be able to distinguish them, or they're not gonna be unique at all. Like, I kind of had that problem when I was watching Sonic the Hedgehog 3, like the movie. I didn't like how Robotnik and Gerald Robotnik were both basically just Jim Carrey playing Eggman. Like, it was the exact same character. I don't know. I don't know. I would have wanted Gerald to be a little bit more unique in personality. I don't know. That might just be me. Cookie Rose says, you sound like Psyche K. Do I really sound like Psyche K? I love that anime, by the way. It's so cool. You know what? We're going to even out Popeye's proportions a little bit. First of all, the giant forearms. Iconic. We all love the giant Popeye forearm. Look at my boy's biceps, man. They're just tubes. Like, bro is just working out his hands and his upper arm. Not everything else. Everything else is just spindly. Oh, and he also doesn't skip leg day. As we can clearly see, he never skips out on leg day. But God forbid this guy has, like, proper biceps. So we're gonna give this guy biceps. He needs them. It looks good, actually. Yeah, see? We just have to even out everything. That's all he needs. A buff guy should have a buff body, is all I'm trying to say. You know what? This is kind of peak. It's peak. Ugh, I hate how I have to, like, manually move on it done. There you go. No, that's too small. I made the pen too small. Speaking of oddball plushies, I got the money for my commission. I mentioned it in the last stream, but I got my first commission on my Ko-Fi. More on that later, but I got my first commission on Ko-Fi, and it was very cool. I got paid like 150 bucks for it, which is really cool. And so I'm thinking, part of me was all like, okay, I have two choices with what I want to do with this money. I can either save it, as like a responsible adult would, or I could use this money to commission an oddball plush. And boy, oh boy, let me tell ya, am I genuinely considering on getting that plush. I don't want to say too much about it, but I'm probably going to make a YouTube video about it on the Inkwell Insanity YouTube channel, where I'm going to, like, go over the process on how I'm getting this plush. I'll let you guys know if I ever do get the plush, the oddball plush. And I'm probably going to start making little videos with him. Like, I'm going to start posting little content with him. I'm thinking making a video of him, of Oddball, I don't know, going out and exploring the real world. I think that'd be very cute and very fun. Do the commission a plush, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna get that plush commissioned. I'm so excited. I'm so happy for you, dude. Your happiness brings me so much joy. Really, Smiley? That is so wonderful. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Commissions. So after that, getting that commission, the user, he paid me like $150 for that art. And I'm like, really? You really want to pay $150 just for rubber hose artwork, man? And he was like, yeah, I don't want to pay the prices you have set up. I feel like I'd be ripping you off because I'm asking for a lot. And I'm like, all right, bud. So I didn't think much of it. But then after I drew the damn artwork, I was all like, wow, this is, like, I surprised myself even. I was like, I never suspected myself to genuinely put so much effort into this art style. Like, it was like very detailed and very highly rendered and everything. I was like, damn, I drew this. Like, I've never drawn artwork that detailed before. Not, let alone in my art style, in this art style. Because usually I kind of, with this artwork, since I'm drawing a comic every week, I have to keep the art style very simple, like flat colors, no shading, simple, no backgrounds at all. So I'm like, you know, I don't want to overcharge anybody for an art style as simple as this one. So I was like, okay, you know what? Commissions are going to be like $30 if you pay for like a fully rendered artwork. And I'm all like, that's fine. I'm sure people will like that. And besides, most of my audience, not all of y'all, but a large portion of you guys are children anyway. So I'm like, I feel like that's affordable. But now I'm like, after getting that commission and seeing how somebody willingly wanted to pay me $150 for my art, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should boost up my prices to my original, like, commission prices. So I'm considering it, because it's like, I now know I am capable of making really detailed artwork, and now I do think putting so much time, like this exact amount of effort into my art, I have to have the price match the quality of the art, is my point. Tev Talk says, is Bon Bon related to Fanny from Oswald? No, she is not. She is related to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, though. I confirmed that on one of my comics. Like, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is Bon Bon's grandpa. Famine says, but the show is canceled. The person has been revived? You mean Popeye? Popeye has not been relevant at all. And it's like, I'm not sure what they can do with this character. Because on one hand, this is a character, the entire premise is two buff guys beating each other up. In today's modern world, they're not going to market something like that to kids. And even if they did hypothetically make a Popeye cartoon for kids, in today's standards, it would be so far from the original source material. Like, I don't think Popeye and Bluto would even physically fight each other because of how things are right now. On one hand, I think it is 100% valid that they do not put that type of content in a children's cartoon, because obviously we don't want children hitting each other or fighting or anything. We don't want to normalize that behavior. But counterpoint to that, I also think it is important for parents to also just monitor what their kids watch, you know? Because I swear to God, most of the stupid YouTube problems that YouTube has, is all because there are so many kids on this app. And it's like, parents don't restrict their kids' access, or they just let them spend hours and hours on end just on the tablet, and it's so dumb. Because then they end up watching, they don't like, and then the creator gets in trouble, even though they had a primarily adult fan base or something, and then the parents are like, you can't be posting this content with my kids on there. And we're all like, and the guy's probably all like, well, lady, I didn't know your kid was watching my content. They shouldn't be watching my content. But whatever, I digress. But yeah, I don't know how Popeye would work as a kid's cartoon character nowadays. Maybe back then it was fine because no one cared. But times have changed a lot. People are a little bit more concerned about the type of content their kids watch. And I say that lightly, because I swear to God, they shouldn't let their kids on the internet at all. I can't read your name, but it says, my dad likes to call me Sweet Pea as like the little baby in the cartoon. Aww. That's so cute. That's so cute. I love that. Okay, Tev Talk says, do you think Betty Boop in her first appearance even resembled a poodle? I don't think so. I just think it looks like a human with dog ears and a nose. Kind of like what the Mickey Mouse characters look like. If you ever watched Goofy movie or something, and you see how all the background characters in that movie look like they all look like humans with like dog ears or something. That's what they look like. That's what classic Betty looks like. She does not look like a poodle in her original design. Oh yeah, actually, that's another thing. Because Popeye has a pipe always in his mouth, that means he's always smoking. They wouldn't bring a character like that back. They really wouldn't. Anyways, that's why I'm glad that Popeye, or at least the first version of him, is public domain. Like, I feel like somebody out there could probably do something with this character without any restrictions, you know? They could make like an action comedy-oriented cartoon or something, or comic or something about Popeye going on adventures. I think that'd be awesome. Light Yagami. Oh, from like Death Note? That's awesome. I love that show. Have you played Bendy before? I did. What chapter was I on? I think I got on chapter 3, and I got to the part where I think you were in Bendyland, and you had to, like, shoot the little ducks with, like, the carnival game, like the little guns, you know what I'm talking about? I got to that part, and I got really frustrated. I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not playing anymore. Either way, I already watched a lot of people on YouTube complete Bendy, so I already knew what was going to happen anyway. I just wanted to play the game for myself on my Nintendo Switch. At the time, I don't have it on Nintendo Switch anymore. I think I deleted it because I wanted to get more space. D-Tunes says, did you like the Dark Revival? I did. I loved it. It was great. It was peak. Yellow Jello Man says, damn, Popeye ripped! Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down there, buddy. You see, the reason why I'm making Popeye a little bit more beefier is because, well, look at him. Look at the skinny little body he has. Like, it's literally just his forearms, his hands, and his legs that are buff, but everything else is so skinny, so I'm kind of evening him out a little bit more, you know? I feel like he needs it. If y'all prefer, because I also want to make my Popeye a little bit distinguishable from the classic standard Popeye. He's manly. This is the most masculine Popeye I've ever seen. And that's coming from an entire show where the point is he beats up another guy. You know another show that's about two buff dudes beating each other up? Dragon Ball! So maybe Popeye could work as a cartoon for teenagers or something. Popeye! He's done! The first Popeye drawing is done. What games do Rubber Hose fans play besides Cuphead or Bendy and Ink Machine? There aren't many games in this style. There isn't anything in this style. Nobody draws in this style anymore, other than, I guess, Bendy and Cuphead those few times, but there aren't many things in this style. I just play normal games. I mainly play Nintendo, because I prefer the Nintendo. I'm a more casual gamer. Goose Juice says, I'm waiting for Mouse PI for Hire. Me too. I guess that's a new game that's coming out. It's in the Rubber Hose style. I want to play it. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to tell you guys about. I plan on multi-streaming very, very soon. So if you guys would rather see me stream on YouTube, that might happen. Because while I was on my break, I took some time to do a little bit of research on how I could potentially do that. So I'm going to try to take some time throughout this week to just set up things for that, you know, like create all the assets and stuff for that. And I'll let you guys know once I've officially started multi-streaming. Maybe Popeye doesn't work as a buff character. Maybe I could like it. I don't think there is... Hang on, I'm gonna try to experiment and see if I can create a different version of this character design. I'm mainly just messing with the proportions. I'm not even redesigning this character, technically. Kind of looks like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog, you know what I mean? Ooh, we should have an entire stream dedicated to me just drawing Cartoon Network characters. I think that'd be fun. This pretty much just looks like normal Popeye. This doesn't even look unique. I'm gonna leave it there. Maybe I like it. I don't know. Maybe I'll... So you know what? Maybe I'll expand on it. Bro's bouncing on some big tater. I need you to shut your mouth. That is so nasty. I'm just bobbing up and down. I'm not doing anything like that. That is disgusting. What is the matter with you? Oh yeah, guys, I have a random question. Y'all don't have to answer, but if y'all want to, what would y'all do? What would y'all do if, every single time I said you guys on stream, my tongue would shoot out like Yoshi, but it's like a really realistic tongue, like a hyper-realistic detailed tongue. Like, it's all gross and slobbery, and you can see each individual taste bud on it. And every single time it hits the screen, it causes your phone or whatever device you're watching this on to shake a little bit. Like, violently shake. And it cracks your screen even. Every single time I said you guys, I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, you guys, you guys. My tongue would shoot out like 3 times from that one sentence alone. Like, what would y'all do? Would y'all say something? Would y'all tell me about it in the chat? Like, what would y'all do? Like, seriously, I need to know. And put realistic eyes too, says love drawing. Little Purple Hat says, I would pour hot sauce on it. Big Tater, what is bro on about? I don't know, man, I'm just asking random questions. Smiley says, I would probably just be helpless and stop you first. Oh, okay. Goose says, I think I would break my phone on accident. Really? Because hypothetically speaking, if you did just leave the stream on, I would probably break your phone just on its own, like on my own, you know? I don't know. I just wanted to ask that question. I thought of it the other day, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna ask my viewers next time I get back on stream. I'm gonna ask them that. Okay, I do like this Popeye. It's very stylized, but the thing is about it, it's not unique. It's basically just normal Popeye. I'm gonna still finish it, but I don't like it that much. I just think it's too close to the original design. Smiley says, imagine if the tongue pierces through the screen. Well, that's the problem. That could happen. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly sketch out the feet, and then I'm gonna call it a day for this drawing. For this very specific drawing. But yeah, that's the weird thing about Popeye. For some reason, his pipe is always, like, on the complete opposite side of his face, despite his mouth being right here. Did y'all notice that? Or maybe it's supposed to be like his mouth is just really close to his nose and it goes under the mouth or something like that. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna copy that trend. For mine, because the proportions are different, it looks like he just has the pipe in his nose. Oh my god, I love sniffing the pipe. That's what he sounds like. That's him. Like, imagine someone puts like a cigarette or something in their nose and they just start sniffing. You know what I mean? Cancer. Lung disease. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, there was gonna be a Popeye horror movie. Do y'all know anything about that? There was gonna be a whole Popeye horror movie. Like, what was up with that? Did y'all hear anything about that? Was it out? I highly doubt it was good. Did it get canceled or something? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Caden says, it was in production hell and never got released. Really? Because they made a trailer. They made a trailer, so I'd assume they got a lot of it done. Goose Juice, what would even be the scare factor? There isn't. I've talked about this before, but those public domain horror movies are just slop. It's just slop. Like, they only exist to profit off of the IP of the character that's public domain. They don't actually care about it. You know, if somebody genuinely cared about these characters, like myself, they could probably make something that doesn't rely on stuff like that to be scary. Or no, just to be good. Because people are going to buy tickets to that because of, you know, it's Popeye. Everybody knows who Popeye is. But, I don't know, a unique, fresh idea on the character would be great. Popeye the Sailor Man. He's Popeye the Sailor Man. He's strong too. Yeah, I guess, okay, I think the whole plot to that movie was, I think Popeye is just a normal dude who's like all angry or something. And I think the spinach was like spiked or laced with something, like on a cargo boat or something, and he ate all of it and it made him like all mutated or something, and it gave him these big forearms. I think that's what the plot was. But in the trailer, he looked kind of demonic, like he sounded demonic. Because there was like a part where the lady was like, "You're a monster!" And he just goes, "I am what I am." Like his iconic catchphrase, but he says it with a very growly, deep voice. There was also supposed to be a Betty Boop one, which I have less of an idea on how that's going to work. Not only that, but they were going to use the human Betty design, not the dog. The dog design that's supposed to be public domain. How would they do that with Betty? I'm not sure. I'm truly not sure. Ho Train Guy 23 says, have you heard about that Popeye movie? Yeah, the canceled one? Yeah, I heard of it. A couple, like, I think months back, not maybe a whole year, maybe 2 years ago, I think, at home, or maybe I was coming home from work or something, and I got a video on YouTube saying Popeye movie, or full Popeye movie or something, and it was like a rough sketch drawing, like the ones I'm drawing right now. I didn't think much of it, but I scrolled past it, and I found out later that apparently the entire animatic for that movie was leaked on YouTube. Like, somebody posted it. It was just the animatic. How was I supposed to know? I thought it was maybe someone's interpretation of how the movie was going to work, but I guess not. It was like the full movie. The full movie leaked in unfinished animatic form. Apparently it was just non-stop pop culture references, some fart jokes or something. I don't know, some people, like, from what I heard, a lot of people thought it was okay. But, I don't know, it was just pop culture references, which is like, how they would try to modernize that movie. What if we gave him a cool badass scar on his eye? What do y'all think? How did Popeye end up with that eye? Has anybody questioned it? Like, why does Popeye have one eye closed? Did they ever confirm why in a cartoon? Popeye's a sailor, so maybe he was in the Navy? I feel like that sounds like something that would actually be a fact. Maybe he lost it in war. Goose Juice says Popeye. Oh! That is so clever! Popeye! That's why he's missing an eye. It popped out. That's actually kind of cool. I know that's not the actual facts, but that sounds cool. It's kind of gross, but that's actually that's clever. I like that. You know what? You're a very intelligent little friend of mine. Jupiter's Fox Son says, babe, it's because he's a pirate. He's not a pirate, he's a sailor. Don't call me babe. I'm not your babe. I'm not your babe. You don't get to talk to me that way. Can't believe I'm getting catcalled on my own stream. Jupiter Sunfox says, no, I said baby. I'm not your baby neither. M1911, can we call you good sir? If you'd like, I don't know. No, yeah, I know, I'm just messing with you, Jupiter Sun. Jupiter Fox Sun, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you, it's cool. More Rick says, you can be my baby. No, I'm not. Can't believe it. I'm being catcalled by my own audience. Y'all are so terrible. I'm gonna tell your mothers. I'm gonna tell all your mothers that you're talking to me that way. And what is she gonna think? What is she gonna think? Huh? I promise you, your mother would not be very happy with you catcalling. Sure, it's at a man, but so what? The way I'm drawing his jaw. Hang on, wait. Hang on, I'm gonna do something kind of silly. We are the crystal gems. We always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in garnet, amethyst, and pearl, and Steven! Guys, look, Steven Universe! Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna draw a happy Popeye. I Eat Dirt Yo says, are you ever gonna make an oddball server? You guys really want me to make an oddball Discord server? Damn. I guess maybe I should make one then. If I ever do decide to make one, I'll make one. Lunella Moon says, have you ever played Epic Mickey as a series before? Yeah, I have. Well, okay, when I was a kid, I watched my big brother play it. I never played video games as a kid. I was always bad at them, so I just never wanted to play them because I didn't want to look stupid or I didn't want to, like, lose or die or anything. So I just mainly watched my big brother play. Oh, and also Lunella Moon, Inkwell Insanity is available on the website, the Inkwell Insanity website, which is in the link in my bio. Dusty Rusty Shackleford said he's a sailor in a boat with a lot of seamen, so yeah, shut up, dude, shut up. Stop Sign says, your little dancing PNG infuriates me, little grayscale man. Actually, so Pete. Well, I guess stay mad, pal. I don't know what more to say. Mr. Whimsical Little Guy who's only here to just spread joy. Just want to spread joy, man. I want to make you laugh, man. This definitely... Okay, I feel like my Popeye looks younger. Like, now that I'm looking at it, I think my Popeye is just younger looking because of his more muscular stature and the more square jaw. And I think the point of Popeye is that he's supposed to kind of look old. Yeah, you know what? I kind of see it. Because... Popeye in this image, it might just be me, but I think the way he looks, it kind of looks like he's missing teeth, almost. Like, he's closing his mouth, like his jaw all the way, and he doesn't have teeth to, like, stop his two gums from, like, touching each other, you know? I'm pretty sure he doesn't have teeth, actually. That's probably why I think I thought my Popeye at first looked a little off. Because he's technically supposed to be an old man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Na 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 na. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Rebooting soon as I am able. Every other day I'm gonna be. What's a human being gonna be like? Na-na-na-na, just be competent. Na-na-na-na. No. I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I thought about it the other day. Y'all remember that one meme that was trending all over, I guess, TikTok, the internet basically, of that one kid who was like dancing to that one Bending Leaf Machine song in his classroom? Y'all remember that? I want to know y'all's thoughts on it. As people who like this type of art, what are your thoughts on the Bendy kid? Ash said, I thought it was really funny. Y'all thought it was funny? Okay. It was so hard for me to watch. Like, genuinely, I couldn't get past the first couple seconds of it. Not because I hate this kid. Obviously, this kid was very proud of himself. But it was like, I could see the teacher in that video, like, physically wanting to stop the entire thing. And part of me was all like, I feel like if I were in this kid's school, I would have been friends with him, or at least known him. And I feel like we would have spoken about this. That level of personal touch, I guess, is what strikes me. Like, I feel like I would have known a kid like that, or at least been friends with someone like that. And maybe, who knows, I feel like I would have imagined doing something like that in my school, and thinking I was the coolest kid on the planet, but then backing out last minute, because even I would know, yeah, no, I'm gonna get bullied if I do this crap. Clover says, Bendy and its songs are peak, but it is not public dance material. You are so right. It's harder for me to watch that compared to that one Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, there's this one other video where it was like a little kid in his school talent show. I think it was like elementary school age, where he was like singing the Five Nights at Freddy's song. He was like, we're waiting and Starry nights I'll find a mountain and fight. He was like singing that in front of his whole elementary school. I could forgive that because that was a kid, a little baby, a little innocent, dumb baby. But the Bendy kid, he was like, I want to say late middle school, early high school, maybe sophomore year, around that time. So he would have been a little bit older. I don't know. He has balls. I'll give him that. He has balls for like going up there and showing everybody that he is a Bendy and the Ink Machine fan. But I would have not have done that. No matter how much I love this series or how much I love the characters or the art or anything, I would have not have done that. Listen to a letter, come back home to play, but you're dismayed, it's sent your day. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da, made me come to fade. Watch as we reanimate our corpses you've abandoned, mishandled. Those songs are so good, but yeah, they have their audience. Nerdcore music, nerdcore, that's what that is, it's nerdcore. That music has its audience. Like, I cannot show that music to anybody unless you are a part of the gang. You know, if you are a part of the nerdcore life, I'm okay with showing you this music. But even then, I would not. You know what I mean? Scene says we've all done something similar. No, you're right. We have. Clover says, you better not mess with my gang. Yeah. Does anyone know if there'll actually be a Bendy and Ink Machine movie? I have so many ideas. They did confirm that there is one. They have not said anything since. They confirmed it at the same time Poppy Playtime announced they were going to get a movie. Which is stupid. Poppy Playtime is not even done yet. It was not done when they announced that they were going to make a movie. So I'm not sure what the plan would have been. Like, would it have been based on, like, Chapter 1 or something? Like, they said it was in production or something. And Bendy, I haven't had a word on. The Meatley and Mike Mood, those guys are so secretive when it comes to Bendy. Like, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it for ages, and then they'll randomly bring it up, and then everyone, I don't know. You have to be really patient as a Bendy fan. And I don't blame people for just giving up on the franchise because of just how little of the series we get consistently, you know? Like, the last Bendy thing we got was that one April Fool's Day video they released this month, you know, where it was like Bendy something. I don't know what it was called, but they had all these indie horror games in the Bendy and Ink Machine style. Like, they were all working together or something. Like, it was like Hello Neighbor, they had Garden of Banban, they had Poppy Playtime, they had Five Nights at Freddy's, they had Tattletale. Does anyone remember Tattletale? Tattletale. Like, baby talking Tattletale from Tattletale. And goddamn Baldy from Baldy's Basics. Baby talking Tattletale. He can tell when mama's there. You can feed him treats. He really eats. Baby talking Tattletale. But yeah, they brought... It was like that one April Fool's Day video. I have not seen Tattletale in years. The fact that he was even there, like they even acknowledged him, was crazy to me. Same with Hello Neighbor. Hello Neighbor died. Hello Neighbor is gone. Hello Neighbor is dead and buried. Like, nobody cares about Hello Neighbor anymore. For somewhat good reason, I guess. Like, I think they started doing, like, NFTs or something, which is so cringe. This is what I get for being active in my chat, you know? I can either choose to be productive in the art, or I can be interactive with you guys. I can just sit here and talk about whatever the hell I want. I can't be both. Smiley says, I'm very hungry, but I really do not want to leave the stream because I miss you. Oh, thank you so much, Smiley. Are you watching this on your phone, Smiley? Because if you are, you could just literally carry your phone everywhere. Alright, let's draw olive oil. There she is. Look, guys. It's olive oil. Just draw her weird little head first. You know what? I will applaud them for, like, designing Olive Oil to be not pretty-esque. Like, she just looks like a cartoon character, you know? Like, they didn't care about every woman looking all dainty and stuff. They just wanted them, just look whatever's funny, I guess. What do I like about this design and what do I not like? Well, she has a very cartoony design. I'll keep all of that. I think I'll keep her general proportions, but maybe I'll experiment with her. Did y'all know they still make Popeye comics? Like, I think on Comics Kingdom, they regularly post content with Popeye. It's like the modern style. Like, even Olive Oil, she has her own series where she's just doing her own things. I.E. Dirt Yo says, the current Popeye comics are crossovering with Weird Popeye and Sun Show. I didn't know that. I don't know. I don't read those comics as often. I was on TikTok. I was scrolling through, like, webcomics because I was looking for inspiration for my own comics. I discovered them on accident. I was like, huh, I didn't even know they were still making Popeye comics. Oh, yeah, she had this design in the movie, that canceled Popeye movie, where she had these very large eyes like this. Do you think someone out there's Hear Me Out is Olive Oil from Popeye? Like, do you guys really think that somebody will go, alright, fellas, hear me out. Olive Oil from Popeye. Eh? Eh? She bad, ain't she? Yeah, right? I'm sure she is to someone. Cause dude, Sans Undertale. Sans from freaking Undertale. I don't get that, bro. I think that has to be a joke. Like, I don't see how Sans could have actually been like genuinely perceived as hot to people. Not that I'm judging. People are allowed to be attracted. People have preferences. People have types. People can be into whatever they want. I guess. I just don't understand it. I Dirtyo says Popeye and Olive also appeared in I Hate Fairyland this year. Really, they did? Cause I know Mickey Mouse appeared in I Hate Fairyland, like the Steamboat Willie version for some reason. I didn't know Popeye and Olive were though. Why? What was the context? Smiley says, I remember wanting to be like Olive when I was 12. Also, I loved Sans so much. He's funny. Sans is great. I think I've seen Olive with like this weird bun thing on the top of her head. You know what? That's not bad. She has a very noodly body. That's what I really do like about Olive. I like that she has a very noodly body. I don't remember if she had a nasally voice or if she had a very squeaky voice. I remember it being a bit of both. She's very tall, so she's gonna take up a lot of space on this page. I want to eventually live stream myself animating. I'm not sure what I would animate though. Oh, I want to animate traditionally on stream, because I have a peg bar for that, and I could just get my camera and I could just play it overhead or something. I'm not sure how that's gonna work for like my microphone though. Like, what am I gonna connect my microphone to? Because I kind of need to have them both connected to my computer, and my desk isn't big enough for that. I love your design. She looks so effortlessly adorable. Thank you so much, Smiley. I might change the position of the hand because I want her ponytail to be prominent. Digital art. You make things so convenient. Smiley, everyone is asleep. It's 9 for me. Really? It's 9? For you? Because for me, it's like 8. You're like an hour ahead of me. Smiley says, oh, Ben, what do you think about all the cartoons on Tubi? Also, it's 9 for me, too. Really? I am very happy because I was wanting to watch Ed, Edd n Eddy. Like, I never watched it as a kid because I thought it was gross, but then I saw some clips online, and I'm like, damn, this is funny. But then I went on HBO Max and Hulu because I thought I saw them on there, and I realized, oh wait, they're not on here anymore because because HBO is stupid. Then I saw on Twitter that they were all coming to Tubi, and I'm like, yes. It made me so happy! So, yeah, I gotta get into that. Wait, is it only the early 2000s and 90s cartoons, or is it like everything? Like, could I theoretically watch Craig of the Creek? Is Craig of the Creek on there? Because I've been wanting to rewatch Craig of the Creek. Craig of the Creek? More like Craig of the Peak. They have almost everything. I'll check for you, Ben. Really? Wow. That's great. There's so much awesome stuff on Tubi. It's crazy. Wow. Really? Everything? Everything's on Tubi? That is really cool. To think, I never looked at Tubi because I thought it was like a crappy streaming service because, you know, it's like the Walmart bin of streaming services, you know? Like, there's just random movies on there. But I guess there's some Peak on there. Oh, no wonder. It's already been 2 hours. No wonder I'm sleepy. Damn, that's disappointing. That means I hardly made any progress on this stream. That means this stream's gonna have to be a 2-parter. I'm gonna have to do Popeye characters part 2, I guess. When I get too sleepy, we'll call it a night, but I'm gonna keep going for now. What characters should I draw after the Popeye characters? I see a lot of you asking for Bendy, Oswald, because I'm thinking maybe after I'm done with all the Popeye characters, maybe I was thinking of either doing the original Looney Tune or the early Disney characters like Oswald, Julius the Cat, maybe Mickey, Steamboat Willie Mickey, Pete, Steamboat Willie Pete. I could probably do that. Oh yeah, once I start multi-streaming, I'm gonna hopefully rebrand my main art account, my first one. I want to rebrand my personal art account, Bento Box Art, with stuff relating to Inkwell Insanity so that it's more obvious that those 2 accounts are owned by me, you know? I want to start streaming on that account too, where I just draw other things outside of cartoons, and like I draw video game characters and stuff, and I hopefully want to also play video games. I want to play games on stream. I think that'd be so much fun. Once I start multi-streaming and I make all these assets, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just see if I can like stream games too. I think y'all would like that. Okay guys, this is how the big they'd be in scale. I think they look very good at this proportion, you know? Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have to call it a night for today, I guess, you guys. I'm really exhausted. I'm not sure why I'm so tired, but thank you guys so much for joining me on my funny little live stream. Goodbye, everybody. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, so long, farewell, and have a good night.